Remember when we got together for the first time, started from the bottom, hit the stage, and had a good time. I know it's all becoming part of.
You are listening to the Marimakonda Show on Salam Media. It is 21 past 12 on this Monday morning, Monday and Monday noon, the 16th of November 2020. All right, joining me on the line right now is the author of the book titled Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice, Mathews N. Lehlongwane, here to tell us more about the book. Hi, Mathews. Mathews, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Good day and thank you for joining me.
Thank you for the invite, and good afternoon to you and your listeners.
All right. So, Frame by Frame is a book based on true events. What are the events that took place and encouraged you to write this book?
Um, the very first thing is integrity. Um, I grew up in I think we all grew up having moral code and a belief of we are people who have integrity. And whatever was happening at the time, just before Frame by Frame was written, there were just a couple of injustices that I had been noticing in my work environment, and I just thought, no, this is not me. This is not what I really stand for. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it started
Uh,
there.
all right. So, there is a part in your book after the bail was paid that you said you escaped death yet again. Tell us about the first time of you escaping death. Did you get
Wow.
the question,
I think
Matthews?
the very first time that has been told to me was by my mother. She was 6 months pregnant with me. They had a head-on collision with my father coming out of yeah, the very first time that I had encountered death was probably 6 months when my mother was pregnant with me. They were coming back from Swaziland and they had a head-on collision. She broke three of her ribs, and how the amniotic sac didn't get punctured, and she had a miscarriage. It was only by God's grace, and here I
Mhm.
am.
Wow.
And obviously, then as you are growing up in the township, we had a family businesses, and I was always targeted for abductions. I was targeted for assassinations. I was targeted. I just pretty much had a brush with death or near death experiences, excluding the odd car accidents here and there as well.
So, well, that is not escaping death one time, but one too many.
I think, Miriam, that was one of the things that kind of like led me to believe and still leads me to believe that I probably have a more of a higher purpose and a
Mm,
calling, and I cannot give up. And it doesn't allow for me to give up, and it spurs me on to keep encouraging people. I use my social media, my WhatsApp status boards, instead of just putting the usual Instagram, this is what I'm having, my coffee and whatnot. I will put up, I'll find posts from Pinterest, and I'll find posts from various people on the social media, and then I put that up and say, hey, listen, yesterday was the hardest day that you ever had. Today, it gets better.
mm. Wow, that is so true. In the story, frame by frame, when was the turning point for you when you realized that this is not going to be easy?
Um, I think there was quite a few actually, but I think it actually goes way before then. When I was still working for the now defunct national carrier, I had always told myself that The day I stop liking what I do, the day I'm dispassionate about what I do, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to be a burden for people. I don't want to be a check collector. I want to be a productive member of the labor force. I want to be a productive member of society. Just waking up and going to work so that you can get a check and food on the table. That's one thing. But if you're passionate about what you're doing, and I tell this to people, I say work is a playground for adults. I've seen some of your podcasts. You really enjoy what you do. If we look at our kids, when they come back from school, you hardly ever hear a kid say, "Oh, what a horrible day. It was miserable." It's once in a while. But for us as adults, it's the other way around. We always have something to complain about work. It's my colleague, the coffee was cold, the traffic. We just incessantly complaining. So if we can just start changing and saying, "Hey, work is the playground for adults," you'll see it makes a huge difference in your life.
But I also think that work areas should have some sort of a playground so that some adults do feel like, yeah, you know what, I'm here to enjoy myself at work instead of just
Correct.
complain about always having to do the same thing. And sometimes we should also switch up routine, because when you fall into routine
Yes.
and habit, it becomes really boring, really redundant,
Yes.
and you obviously do not want to be doing the same thing over and over and over again.
That
Now,
is absolutely true.
all right, so Matthews, we've just lost you there. Not sure what happened exactly, but anyway, we're going to try and get Matthews back on the line. We are talking about the book Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice, which was written by Mathews Lehlongwane. The book is available. I saw it on Amazon. He's going to tell us where else and what other platforms you can purchase the book if you would like a copy of it. Very interesting. I read what I could manage to read from the book, but it's very interesting and it's very descriptive as well. He describes the police station there, the events that transpired at the police station. When you read such books, it's like it takes you to that moment. You actually visualize everything, and you create that little scene within your mind of what is currently happening there. Matthews, I'm not sure what happened there, but thank you for
My
joining me
apologies.
once again. Why
Yes.
did you choose writing as a means to tell your stories?
Very interesting. I grew up in the cinema. Basically, that's it. My father used to bunk school so he can go to Good Hope Cinema, and he was a Katlehong Dugatole boy. All the cinemas around Johannesburg, Good Hope, and Market and whatnot. That's where he always used to go. And in back in was it 69? Yeah, around by when I was born, 69. He started his own cinema in Davidson, Highway Cinema, and then from there he started Thokozani Cinema in Katlehong in 1980, and then Thokozani Cinelux, which was attached to Thokozani Cinema, and then was a video library. So the entertainment industry was something that was way.
Just lost him again. Um, Guys, bear with us. Bear with Matthews. We're not sure what is going on, but we're going to try and get him back on the line. Must be the network that is playing the role once again. But yeah, if you have any questions for him, do send them to us on WhatsApp. The number is 0617660355. You can also give us a call in studio on 01088802396. You are listening to the Mari Mukonda Show. Do stay with us. We will be right back.
sneeze into your elbow or into a tissue and throw it away immediately. Together we can beat this. Together we have hope. Visit sacoronavirus.co.za for more information.
Connect and stay ahead with Salam Media. This is Salam Media, coming to you live from South Africa.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Mario Mukonda Show on Salam Media, and on today's book review, we are talking about Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice, with the author himself, Mathews Lehlongwane. Mathews, thank you for staying on the line with us. You were telling us why you chose writing as a means to tell your story, and then we got cut off midway.
Murphy's Law. And you know what? I really don't like that Irishman Murphy because I'm Zulu. And all of a sudden, I'm just all affected by Murphy and his laws. All right. Storytelling. I think somebody once said to me, we all have a story to tell. And I think true to the word is that not all of us would be able to say or put it down. It's a skill. It's a knack. It's something that you really follow through with. The odd thing, as I said, I grew up in the cinema, so it would have been more natural for me to write a movie script, because I've been having grown up, watched a lot of movies. Oddly enough, I couldn't adapt my own book into a movie. That was the worst thing that happened to me with regards to Frame by Frame. And so I decided, okay, wait a minute, this is not the end of it. Probably this is a start. And so I then branched off, and then I started writing movie scripts. Now I've got movies, script writing, and writing books. And as I said, or as I told your content producer, that, well, I've got 3 others that I've already published. The other one is Frame by Frame 2, Justice Served, and Marriage, How to Fight Appropriately. There's one that's ready for publication as well, Corporate Dad, and there's one that's almost off the shelf. What do you call it? So You Just Got Divorced, which is supposed to be part 2 of Marriage, How to Fight Appropriately. That was the thing that got into it, and creative writing was something that I liked. And the very first book that I wrote, and I never did publish actually, was customer service, because as I say, I grew up in a customer service environment. I also got just sick and tired of, you get to the retailers and it's plastic and all of that. Oh my word. I grew up in a place whereby it's, morning, ma'am, how are you doing? Is this your shopping? Can I assist you further with all of that? So, when you're on the receiving end and somebody is giving you that subpar and substandard type of service, it makes my blood curdle.
It's exhausting.
But you get tired of fighting it.
Yeah.
You get tired of fighting it.
All right. So how has your book, Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice, been received by your audience?
I published it in 2010, self-published. And then it's just been pretty much on hiatus. And now all of a sudden, about 10 years later, it's taking off. People are interested in it. But those that have copies are saying, well, you got game. And I'm saying, no, I had anger. There's a big difference. You talk Hemingway, you talk Grisham, they got game. Me, I was just an angry black man with what was happening within the corporate environment. And I just felt that something had to be said, some people had to know. And I just used my anger positively.
And I love how descriptive you are, also how you describe the situation and the people involved there, especially in the beginning when you were at the police station. You could actually visualize what happens in a police station, and if anyone has ever been to a police station in a situation like that or similar, what happens there, and that's exactly what the image that you have created. So it's a very visual book as well. And readers would know and understand that when you read a book, you create these scenes for yourself. And yeah, no, I love that. So you do have game and anger as well.
Thank you. Well, the subsequent one, Justice Served, is far less angrier. It is far less angrier. It was more of, let's say, a fictional take. How would I get back at them? What is it that needs to be done? And oddly enough, everything that I've put in Justice Served, we can actually hear about it and read about it in the Zondo Commission. Fact of the matter is that the whole entrepreneur thing, it's been there. We've been a little bit blind about it. We've been very careless about it. But hey, it has been there. The brown envelope has been there. In the music industry, you pay a brown envelope for your music to be played, and casting couches and all these sorted things. It's almost like literally pay your dues by really paying your dues. You don't pay your dues by the hard work that you're putting in. You're paying your dues by actually on a financial way, and that's just not on. That's just not on. We're not going to be building each other as a human race. As a matter of fact, we're just going to carry on tearing each other apart, like they've been doing for centuries, I suppose.
And unfortunately, that is the sad state of affairs, and that's the way things are currently. Mathews, we've lost him again. Guys, the book is available. You can follow him on social media, Mathews Lehlongwane. Facebook, he is on Facebook. And the book is titled Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice. There's also Frame by Frame, Justice Served. And he has other books available, like he did mention. And the book is also available on Amazon if you would like the copy. Yes, Mathews, quickly tell us how can we get a copy of your book if anyone is interested?
Well, if you just throw my name into the search engine, Lehlongwane, it will come up in Google Play, it will, Play Store. It will come up in Ex Libris, which is whom I publish through. You'll get it through Exclusive. It's just that I'm also looking at a very different business model, because I am self-published. The whole marketing thing, and I'm a writer more than I am a marketer. So I want to be here where I am on my desk, and throwing words out onto the computer and editing and doing all of that. Hey, I'm also an insomniac of note. So yeah, the more I can be sitting down and writing, the better I really do feel. But it's out there online, and yes, I do have it on both versions. You have it as a paperback and you have it as an ebook. All my books that are published, I will publish through KDP or any of those, Kobo, Scribed, and whatever, whichever platform I can get, and get people out there to read, which was one of the other things why the book took so long. South Africa is not really pretty much a reading nation. And I wanted to change that, and with technology coming in, and now we've got COVID, you can't really be exchanging books and hard copies. You want to get into the tablet. People, I'm 51 years old, and I'm not afraid of technology. There are younger people out there. Don't be abashed of it. Come on. Read a book from your tablet. Read a book from your phone. That's why they call it a smartphone. I want to encourage people, integrate with your technology. Be out there,
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Mathews, and for sharing a little bit about yourself as well as your books. And I look forward to chatting with you once again.
Absolutely a pleasure, and a great privilege having to be hosted. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was Mathews Lehlongwane, the author of Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice. Well, that is the book that we were talking about today. But there are other books available, like Frame by Frame, Justice Served. That is book 2 of Frame by Frame, The Quest for Justice. If you have any further comments, questions, queries, or suggestions, you can leave them in the comment section below, or you can send them to us on WhatsApp. The number is 061 766 0355. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.